Good morning. I'm Daryl, and I just wanted to talk about some progress on the failed game, and focusing right now on just a void ship's journey from Terra to Ultramar. So it's quite a long way to go, and we have only 10 sectors modeled out in our sim right now. There should be 1,000 sectors, but so we're only displaying 10, and each sector should hold up to about 1,000 worlds maximum. And right now we're displaying 55, 70, and there should be more worlds in the sector the closer everything is to Terra. And one of the things that I was experimenting with, and I really like the look, is I've told each world to scale itself by its importance. So if it's an important world, it will be bigger on the map. And the camera is set to an orthographic projection. So there's no perspective. The orthographic projection should be the same size. I think it's a nice effect. It's kind of, how you draw it if you were drawing it by hand. But the distance doesn't make any difference on the perspective size. So that you can see a nice little map from any angle. It very much looks the same. The different sized worlds give it a little bit more of a differentiation. It makes everything look a little different, and maybe get some landmarks going. And right now we only have about 1,000th of 1% of the worlds of the Imperium on the map. I haven't counted. There's probably about 500 worlds. And, I think there's 40 at Ultramar and at Terra, and at Ultramar there should be 500, and each sector should be able to hold a maximum of about 1,000 worlds. The sector numbers is we see sector 8643, worlds 55. And the sector number is 4 attributes. I haven't defined them all, but these 4 attributes will define the sector. I've only got, each world will also have 4 attributes. Right now we're only utilizing 1 or 2, which is the infrastructure, the population, and industry is what we're showing. But there is a lot of hidden things, like what if I could find an example of a world with a with a low infrastructure and a high population. So like this little tiny one right here, with its infrastructure of 3 and 32 billion population. It has, a medium-sized Maleficarum rating. This would be, if the population were doubled, maybe, or even this is a difficult to live in world. We're looking, we'd really like to see 10 billions living on an infrastructure 1 world. And that would be like a a death world in the Imperium. If we had a much higher infrastructure, population, and industry, um, it would be more of a hive world. We're trying to force these worlds into the template planet archetype templates the Imperium uses. And going back to normal speed or default speed, which is 10 times, and so I got minus equal and the backspace key as time controls, Q and E as for zooming out, and 60 days of travel out from Terra, and we can vaguely see the trail line. So the trail should last about a year, and it's we haven't gotten to a year yet, but 2 months of travel to Ultramar. We're going a bit slower, a lot slower, because the void ship has hit some currents. The currents are very small right now at -1, and this guy, this particular void ship is probably going to be lost. And I hear numbers, 10 to 30% of void ships get lost, and it doesn't look like he's never going to get back. And I need to do a check as we look at the info on the right side of the screen. I need to do a check that if the distance from the tithe and the distance to Terra are both getting larger, we might need to double check our travel confidence and lower that. I've given a few controls to the void ship, which I should have used earlier, but I wasn't really paying attention. And with that, we are slowly returning from being fairly lost. But not so far out. This is where the Tyranids would be right now, about this far out. So it'd be interesting. It would be an event like this where an early detection of the Tyranids could happen, because we are currently in M31. The game's designed, intended to go up to the current, before the Great Rift era. And that's where I'm going to stop at the Great Rift. And then maybe work on adding Primarchs and going back a few 10 or 12 years to before to the start of the heresy. And just checking, is this our numbers? But this, yeah, we're never making it back. Thanks for watching the vid. Sorry, I petered out there a little bit. I'm going to. I've been given some beautiful artwork by Dawi Zar, and I'm incorporating that into little events that will pop up during travel and at arrival, and just to throw in some randomness. And each of these events should have some the player's ability to make some decisions to affect the personality of their game. Well, thank you. This is my first video since moving to new place, so I'm still working out a lot of the sound issues. Appreciate everybody's patience, and just questions like how long should a trip from Ultramar to Terra take? And all right, you all have a nice night, and I'll post another video soon and update the game on itch for download.